Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Chronicles Live. I'm really excited to be here today. My guest is actually my daughter, so she is going to be arriving momentarily. So I just want to thank you. Hope everybody had a great holiday. If you are in the United States and you celebrate Thanksgiving, so I hope that everything was phenomenal for you and you had a great time as best you could to be with family. Many of us had to do Zoom calls and things of that nature. But in our household, if you guys were following us, we have a family that's quite big. So we have 10 children that actually still live at home. So for us, it's, just a normal gathering with a lot of people. So it was just really family. We had 13 of our kids join us and our grandson. So it was a nice little time to be able to connect and spend time with each other. And we got to connect rather differently because we didn't have internet. So we had to come up with Uno games, board games, things to kind of keep our kids occupied because, as you all know, life stops and comes to a standstill when there's no internet. So we have kids of all ages from 6 up to the oldest that was here was 28, and they all connected playing Uno and other little games to keep themselves occupied. So it was for a very creative type of day and celebration. So this was the time that I said, "Ooh, I'm glad that I have a lot of food available," because that definitely kept a lot of things at bay when they were able to have desserts and different foods to kind of keep them occupied for the day. So, as we're waiting on our guests, I have a few sponsors that I want to give shout outs to. The first one is I Am Enough, Megan Finyo. She sent this to me yesterday, a bracelet saying that I am enough, a great holiday gift for anybody you may be thinking about. Of course, as you see with the purple, it's against domestic violence. So she has experienced that, written a couple books. She now has a non for profit. She's building a building so that she can help house people who have been victims of domestic violence. So this is somebody to look up. I will put her name and everything in the chat. I also have an author who wrote the book Dreamer. It's a true story. The author, Sharon Denise Smith, wrote this about her son who was receiving all kind of accolades, doing very well in school, graduates, and then decides he wants to be a rapper. So that was her journey through what am I going to do? The disappointment that she initially felt with him, um, kind of walking away from the dreams she had for him. So I thought this was really a good book. Great stocking stuffer for children. And it has the soundtrack on the back. So if you click on this, when you purchase the book, you can listen to a soundtrack uh, from the gentleman who the story is about. So I thought that was really neat. Great stocking stuffer for kids. Right now, I love the title Dreamer. Many of us have forgotten our dreams. We've had 2020. We're down in the dumps. We're thinking about, man, life that I knew is no longer the same. I'm wearing masks and people have to stay 6 feet apart, all these different things. And a lot of people are losing hope. They're definitely not dreaming. So I love this title because I think this is wonderful for us to remember. And I also want to give a shout out to the publisher. Okay. PayPro V Publishing did this because you might have a story. So as you have been through this whole time during this global pandemic, you may have a story that you want to share. Hence, this is my book. It's Inspirational Women of the World. So it's a book of stories from 20 women who have taken their lemons, so to speak, and created some lemonade. So that book is a bunch of inspiring stories from international women. I'm the only one who contributed from the United States. So everyone else is overseas, but it's just a testament to when you collaborate, when you are around positive people, you can get things done. You know, if I was concerned about being the sole author, that book would still be in this computer. But because I connected with other people, it's now a product that I can share with other women. And the last person I want to give a shout out to is Zandra Evans. She is a network producer. So it says, thank you for being a ZTV producer. This is live stream TV. So right now I'm on YouTube, but live stream gives you the opportunity to expand your reach with your message. So I am a producer. My show will be coming out in 2021. And so follow me and you can find out about that. But want to give them a shout out. But if you have a story or something that you feel that you want to share when it comes to being on a platform, consider Zandra TV. So again, I will put these comments in the notes. So, you know, my daughter is still not here. Let me check and make sure. Okay, she's saying her computer's loading. That's one of the things with these millennials, you know, or, you know, she is an artist, so she does things. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, they do their little thing. We're waiting on them. They have a captive audience. So life goes on with us until she gets here. All right. So a little bit about me, America's Supermom. I can go into that. Always can talk about myself. That's one topic I do know a lot about. My husband and I have 15 children. So right now we have 10 that are at home. We have 8 that are doing e-learning. Needless to say, it's never a dull moment around here. Very passionate about mental wellness. Struggled from depression myself for 13 years. Was hospitalized 3 times. But that was just a chapter in my life that has got me to where I am today. I now am a lifestyle designer. I help empower women to transform their mindset and overcome their limiting beliefs. So I was there, you know, people pleasing, not really knowing who I was, losing myself, doing all these different things, but happy to have found myself. And now I like to empower other people with some tools and strategies to help them move forward in their life and be the best version of themselves. So the issue is a lot of times we go through trying to people please, not really knowing who we are authentically, that true voice that we really are trying to follow that helps us to be in alignment with ourselves. So that was my story. I was out of alignment. I was raised as an only child. And from that beginning, I was a high achiever. My mom was one of 12. She pressed education. So that was one area that, you know, I really dived into. Was on honor roll, gifted classes, all these things. But what it taught me was you can have anything you desire if you're willing to work for it. So I had that mentality, philosophy, but then boom, I end up in a family where I have a lot of children and I cannot control the dynamics of what they do. So I learned really quickly that, you know, although I might have high goals, expectations, I have to give my children the freedom to be who they are so that they can thrive and contribute to the family rather than me being a taskmaster trying to tell everybody what to do. So that's a long story, one that we could get in on a different day. But I think it's important for people to really be able to have that mindset of being aware of the things that we actually do to ourselves that get us stuck, right? So while I was walking around feeling like a victim, talking about my story, like it was a badge of honor, right? Woe is me, I was hospitalized and all these different things. I realized that I was disempowering myself because it left me to always trying to manipulate the situation and the attention from others. You know, it wasn't until I decided to walk away and be a victor that I felt really recognized that, hey, people don't want to hear from victims. Now, of course, when something happens, you know, people want to empathize with you, have compassion. But if you're saying that same story over and over again, they get tired. they ignore it, and it doesn't really have the impact that you're thinking, right? So this is where you're sharing your insight and story, but nobody's listening, right? It's like a kid that just whines or complains. Eventually, you're not listening. So I began to really dive into myself and think, what do I have to offer other people? I'm not offering anything if I'm complaining or talking about woe is me. And so after my last hospitalization, I figured out, I really want to be a voice that helps people avoid what I avoided, what I experienced. And I just want to be a light. I don't want to be somebody that they're like, oh, here she comes again, right? And so that's when I had to take that personal accountability and have that awareness that although I've been blaming everybody else, my kid's husband and circumstances, the problem was really myself and what I was actually having the outlook about who I really was. So, I went into this period of self discovery, created my own strategy that I call Fresh Start. And I can put a copy of that in the comments later as well. But it was 5 pillars that kind of helped me overcome this depression and get out of it and maintain a life depression free. So that's really the basis of me being a lifestyle designer, to coach women and help them with the strategies that they need in order to overcome their own uh, problems that they might have had in the past, or limiting beliefs or things of that nature. So that's a little bit about me. So today, being December the 1st, I think it's really exciting. We are 30 days away from the end of the year. I just, where did the time go? Even though, I feel like I literally have been in a bubble this year because, you were locked down at some point where you weren't able to really go out outside of going to the grocery store or being an essential worker, to now things are opening up. Some places are being locked down again. Your kids are at home, your work is at home, all these different things. So many changes. It's like we've had 2 or 3 years in one lifetime, right? Packed into this little bit of time. So, um, but as we approach the end of the year, it still is a great time to celebrate. Whether you have the life that you dreamed that you would be having, or whatever the case may be, it's a time to think about you're alive. You still have value that you can offer to this world. You have international, global access. So many people I have met all over the world as a result of the internet, through Zoom calls, or um, some of these other different platforms that we have outside of Zoom, StreamYard, or, whatever the case may be, in order for us to continue to build and be better versions of ourselves. So I think it's really important to capture and recall the things that have helped you in a positive way during 2020. And I get that we've had a lot of sadness, we've had a lot of deaths, we've had a lot of things change. you know, um, Socialization has been, brought to a halt in so many different areas. Limited number of group gatherings, live events, different industries being affected, some not surviving. I get that. But if you are a survivor, it's important for you to remember to keep that light shining, continue to carry that torch for others who need that light. It's a time that we have to focus on the positive, because I read something yesterday and it said, whatever you water grows. So if you have these seeds of negativity, self doubt, all the things that, are not going to progress and help you move forward, then you need to figure out, what other seeds you want to grow, right? Don't water the things that are negative, because you're going to get more of that. That looks like getting around certain people. I can't believe we have to wear a mask, or, I can't believe that, this industry is closed, right? Be a light, you know, ask people, what are they grateful for today, right? Change your conversation up. Whatever you focus on grows. So think about, how can I bring positivity? to someone else. So I could go on forever, but my guest has finally arrived. She is walking around doing something now. So we will give her a few minutes. Okay, here she is. All right. So we have Macknificent who is joining us.
Can't see.
All right.
I was trying to
How are you? Yeah, it is kind of dark over there.
see my hair.
Okay. You don't have a little ring light or anything like you guys tell me? Okay, so talk to us, because we have, a little bit of time. Okay. Last night you had a performance. What did you sing?
I sang one of my songs that's not out yet. It's called "On My Way."
On My Way. Okay.
R&B type of song.
Okay, so before we get into, a lot of questions, I've just been going on for about 15 minutes by myself. But people don't know who you are. You are rising, okay, headed to the top. One of your taglines from one of your songs. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself, okay?
I do not like how I look, but whatever.
This is live on YouTube.
I know. That's why it's making me. My name is Macknificent. I am about to be 23. My birthday is actually tomorrow. I sing. Have an Instagram channel where I do cover songs or remixes or drop my own content. That's Macktunes.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much like the gist of it.
Okay.
I've been for about a year, like seriously, and I just want to do as much as I can do with my voice, or as long as I can. So
now, so talk to us about, getting started with singing because you have a lot of people who are in this type of industry, and what do you think happened for you during this global pandemic?
I think it gave me more time to sit down and kind of figure out I guess what I want people to see from me, or out of me, like their whole view of me. I figured out what I want to do with my music. I had a lot of free time to write, and I wrote my EP over the pandemic, which is my first project that I dropped. Um, I haven't really been affected negatively by the pandemic at all with music, except for, I mean, at first, my first show got canceled because we went on lockdown. But I've been doing everything virtual, trying to keep up with it, put out as much content as I can. And, I still been going to the studio and stuff. It's just like smaller sessions. Like sometimes you bring people or people are there, but it's more intimate. It's just been me and the engineer. So it's been helping me focus. If anything, the pandemic helped me.
Okay. Now, so what are you most proud of during the pandemic that you accomplished? You said you did your EP. Anything else happen?
I got put into this Hall of Fame for my first song that I put out. That was pretty cool. So it was #1 for 3 weeks straight in Valdosta, Georgia. So that was pretty cool. I also did an article in a magazine. That was fun. So it's just been going up from there. A lot of stuff has been happening.
Okay. So what advice would you give others who are in the music industry right now and you can't really do like a concert or some of these big events that kind of draw a lot of people in? You've mentioned you've done a lot virtually, but just what advice would you give them right now, about their talents and gifts when it comes to music?
I would say use the time to either like focus on yourself, decide what you want to do with your music, and perfect that part of your craft. I never feel like I said, I haven't been pushed back by the pandemic. You just have to find other ways to do what you want to do. I was doing videos I was using my siblings to do my visuals. Anything you can use to do it, you can just basically you just can't be lazy. It's not going to be handed to you as easily. I personally like the drive, the hard work with it, but get it easier. It's still a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of people that just you can put a whole bunch of stuff in computers nowadays that'll help you just record. Like I've recorded my own. Sometimes I record with my siblings, like I said.
Mhm.
bathroom, wherever, just be creative and
Mhm.
keep your vision alive and keep the content out so people will be looking forward to what you're doing. Even if they don't like your music, they'll still keep up with you. Just the consistency, like that, keep being consistent. Because people see you
Mhm.
hard, they're gonna repost, they're gonna watch it, they're gonna share it, even if they don't like it, just to support.
Mhm.
So I learned that too. A lot of people like my consistency and how much I'm always putting something out.
Right. Now, and I even had a book that I received just yesterday, and on the back of the book they have some music on here.
Oh
It's a
wow.
Yeah. So that's even something you could collaborate with other people you didn't even think about. At the back of a book, you have your code so that you could have some music. So I think that was very creative. So I think, being in your element, sometimes you can come up with creative collaborations. Um,
This see if it's better one.
okay.
But I'm listening though.
Okay. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Collaboration is really the key and staying in your element. So,
Mhm.
um, this is funny. But this is like real life. This is the kind of stuff that happens in our household. We just do whatever and keep it moving. So we didn't have a dress rehearsal, so to speak, before we got on the call. And you just have to roll with the punches. Okay. You see, I'm not phased by it. This is something that
It's a
I'm
little bit.
definitely used to. Okay, so um what type of genre would you classify yourself as, or what would you say about your type of music?
Okay, that's better.
Okay. The
Um,
type of music.
Personally, I don't put myself in a genre situation. I like
Mhm.
uh I'm very versatile when it comes to
Mhm.
any type of it's just what I like to hear. So if I hear any beat I like or anything like that,
Mhm.
song or something that I like, I'm gonna do that. Um
Mhm.
I wanna have I don't know, like a comparison I would compare somebody with. But yeah, I
Okay.
like country, I like R&B, I like gospel, I like whatever. So basically whatever mood I'm in, I'm very try to be really authentic with my feelings. So like what type of
Mm.
music I'm putting out at the time, that's how I'm feeling at that
Okay.
point in my life. So
Mhm.
like my EPs, The Journey Begins, that was the one like, some like cool like riding in the car type of music.
Mhm.
And,
Mhm.
I have a drive right now and I'm trying to do as much as I can do with my singing in the beginning. And then it's only starting, only the beginning, so that's pretty cool. I think that was just good for that EP, but I don't necessarily think that I have a genre. So yeah.
Okay. That's good. Now, so just a little personal stuff. What is it like being a part of a big family?
It's really fun. I think they gave me a lot of courage and um confidence because they're like they're my best friends at the end of the day. So like
Mm.
if I don't have anybody else, like if I don't have people coming to support me or anything like that, or even if like my videos when I first started Mac Tunes, I'll get like maybe like 50 views a video or something like that. But my siblings
Mhm.
will always repost, they will always comment. So I know they're always watching if nobody else is watching. Um
Mm.
yeah, it was really fun growing up. I never was alone. I never felt alone. As far as like I don't think I ever felt alone. Even now,
Mhm.
I moved out, but I still have my sister as my roommate. So it's like, yeah, I can't get away from them. But, but it was fun. Always something to do. Always somebody to argue with. And I think they spiked my creativity because you gotta kind of find it. You gotta force. You're kind of forced to find yourself in a house full of like a bunch of people.
Mm.
So I think
Mhm.
that helped me figure out who I am and what I like for sure. So it
That's
was.
good. Yeah, I never experienced that being an only child. So that's some interesting stuff that you normally don't consider. All
Yeah.
right. So, what are some of your goals and aspirations for 2021? What is something, a really big goal that you want to accomplish next year?
I really hope that the pandemic is done next year, so I can like not. I'm not limited with how I I wanna sing live. I like singing
Mhm.
and I like singing with live band. So that's something
Mm.
I'm interested in doing and I want to, I don't know, maybe possibly do a show or, maybe
Mhm.
I wanna do a tour for sure, like a get to know me tour. So that's like where I'm
Mm.
in different cities and just, promote myself, like a promotion
That's
tour
good.
that, and I want to definitely sing, like have a show that kind of like a concert that I can host. But
Mhm.
I mean, I couldn't do it virtually, I guess, but I really would like to do that live. That's something I'm looking forward to. But I'm also looking forward to putting out an album in 2021. Well, or I
Mhm.
don't know if it's gonna be an EP yet or an album. It depends. But I,
Mhm.
do better than I did this year, and I did really.
Mhm.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, that is great. Now, so the EP, do you have like links and stuff, or like how this has like a little code on the back?
Yeah,
Do you have access to have those, or is that something you have to pay for, or what?
I don't know about the little QR codes, but I do have links. I'm on all
Mhm.
platforms. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, Apple Music, iTunes, everything. Like, what else is it?
Okay.
It's another one. I don't remember. But I'm
Okay.
on all of those. Yeah, any musical platform and any social media platform, I'm on there. So there's links
Awesome.
that I can share. But as far as a QR code, I don't know.
Okay, that's something to kind of look into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so we definitely want to hear a few bars or something of you singing. So, are you prepared to sing a little bit for us today?
Yes. Um,
Okay.
I do. I got some music right here. I don't know if I'm gonna
Okay.
do. Should I do an original song or?
It's up to you. Hey, I'm not a singer. I would love to join you if I could, but we definitely wouldn't have any viewers. They'd be out of here, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do. Well, oh, I also went viral. That was a big thing this year. So I guess
Okay.
I could sing that song that I went viral on. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me drink some tea. It's called "I Want You Around" by Snow Allegra.
Okay.
I'll just do it first. You hear?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary date. All I wanna hear is inner visions on replay. And sit right next to you, you. And I try not to show how I feel about you, thinking we should wait, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you, you. I don't wanna kiss you, yeah, I just wanna feel you, and I want you around, around, I want you around, 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 around. Okay, that's good.
Awesome. All right. Now, one question I would ask is, how like you're in a family, everybody has different gifts. How do you keep yourself strong in your gift and what it is? Because like a lot of people right now during this pandemic have been doing whatever job or vocation, but now they have to kind of find themselves, reinvent themselves. And so what is it like to kind of be in a family where there's a lot of time that you spend together, but building up your own unique skill set? Does that question make sense?
I think so. Well, yes, because I think, well, I know a lot of my siblings can sing.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother actually, yeah, my brother, he can do a lot of stuff with music as well. He does, he's a musician as well. So it's,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I never felt, I don't know, I never felt like I had to be like, well, this is my thing, I'm singing. But
Mm-hmm.
I just, like I said, it's the consistency. Like I've been singing since like I was little. I've been singing like ever since.
Mhm.
Some of my siblings sometimes, they pop in choirs. They might sing a little bit and then stop. But clearly that's not, what their thing. That's not what they want to do. I mean, I never
Mhm.
like, don't do that. That's mine. But I also never steered them away from it. Like some of my siblings
Mhm.
do covers with me, do remixes with me and stuff if they want. But I think
Mhm.
they understand that that's something I enjoy doing the most. It's never
Mhm.
that's Kenzie's thing. It's just they let me, they just let me express myself. As much as I sing, they'll listen or they'll sing with me. So it was never like I never felt like I had to like establish this is my thing.
Mhm.
Like establish, yeah, it kind of was established for me. I don't know. I guess
Mhm.
kind of like yeah, you can sing, so keep singing. But
Mhm.
like I said, it really is consistency. Yeah, you got to when you're in the house, you just have to kind of find your escape. I guess that was my thing. I never really
Mm.
music was kind of my thing and my escape. But
Mhm.
some people have other stuff. Like some of my siblings do fashion. Some of them, do hair. Everybody just finds their niche that they can stick to and that they enjoy doing. Like a piece, something that they like doing that'll calm them or something or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was always my thing.
that's good because I think, sometimes you're like in a family, let's say a lot of family members, oh, they're a doctor because their dad was a doctor and that person was a doctor. But, sometimes your gift is different than everybody.
Mm.
So, kind of having that confidence to be like, well, not everybody sings. So is that really worth something? Because over here, they're doing fashion or whatever. So, have you ever felt like maybe your gift was not as important as somebody else's because it was different?
I don't think I ever felt like it was less important, but I kind of felt like it was more pressed. If anything, a lot of people could, freely if they felt like in my family, if they felt like they wanted to do fashion or or rap or whatever they were like doing, they did it.
Mhm.
They felt like it. But when I was singing, I feel like that was like kind of a pressed on situation for me. Like they knew I could sing. My parents knew I could sing, so people oftentimes like volunteered me to sing. So it was kind of like a forced gift, really. But I guess it was maybe well, I don't remember the date exactly, but about a year ago or so, that's when I decided like, okay, this is my gift. It's like something I enjoy doing, and I know it pleases God to do. Um,
Mhm.
before that, and I never looked at it like. I mean, I knew it was my thing, but I never took it. I never took it that serious. Like I was like,
Mhm.
I didn't think like this was my talent. Like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But now,
Mhm.
yeah, once I established that I wanted to do it, and this is like my gift, and that's my thing, then I started working harder and applying more pressure because I was really
Mhm.
when I wanted to, or when like I said, people were volunteering me. But once that stopped, I would just started I started taking the wheel like instead of just riding in the car. Like I just started doing everything I wanted to do, singing all the time.
Mhm.
That. So
Okay. Sounds good. Now, so what advice, I guess, would you give somebody about, this is a journey. So I love the way that you said your EP includes the word journey, recognizing that, this is not going to be a quick uh, thing where you have a turnaround and all of a sudden, you're famous. So, what
right.
advice would you give somebody about pacing themselves or the things that you aspire to accomplish on this journey that makes it manageable? So you're not over here thinking next week you're going to be on stage with Beyonce or something.
Yeah, I would lower your expectations, but it all goes back to why you're singing or why you're doing. You talking about singers.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
or anybody who's in, this industry starting out.
yeah, it's really so you gotta figure out. I think first of all, you have to establish, why you're singing. So if you're
Mhm.
singing for just for the records, for just the numbers and stuff, and for the money, I'm not sure. I can't give you really advice on that because I don't know nothing. I don't know how
Mhm.
to do that, but because I don't sing for that reason. Like, I sing really. I just feel like in my heart, like or in my soul, whatever that I'm supposed to be singing. Like it feels like I'm doing the right thing when I sing. So it's not
Mm.
necessarily like I have goals, for like per person, per viewer or anything like that. Um,
Mhm.
I do want to get higher up, but I feel like it's like a like whatever it comes to me because it feels like stuff's just been falling in my lap. So I'm just like doing whatever God wants me to do. I'm not doing
Mhm.
money. You know, I just enjoy singing. Like, um, some people, you know, they want to just sing and get money, or you know, that's really the main thing nowadays. People want to just make some money, but
Mhm.
to make money, you know, I'm just singing to make people happy, you know, and to have fun. I think you can tell that in my music too, and in my
Mhm.
on my vibe. They enjoy it because it's more down to earth and realistic. I try to keep everything pretty realistic, so it's really cool that I'm being like myself and moving
Mhm.
art up. So I really enjoy that. But yeah, it really is the consistency. I would The only advice I would give anybody is be consistent. It's really hard. Like people don't get discovered like overnight. You can
Mhm.
song's not gonna hit. Some people like this song, some people like this song. You know, a lot of my local people like a song, certain stuff. But you know, if you're not trying to reach local people, it's gonna be hard because you know you have to keep promoting. Every time you promote or every time you post something, you're getting a higher chance of you know somebody pulling out that basket. And it only takes
Mhm.
when I went viral, it literally took a day. It only took like once I got a certain amount of views, I think I want to say 10K or 50K. I got five
Mhm.
total. Like once you hit a certain number, they put you on everybody's page. So they
Mhm.
up from there. So I mean, it went down because people, you know, people stopped watching it, but it could have stayed up. You know, it only took one day for that to happen. That wasn't even a day. It took hours for me to reach, you know, 500K. So it's just, and I had no idea that was going to be the video that went viral. So you can't just post whatever, you know, make sure you put out your best versions or, you know, just expect like act like every video is gonna go viral. And then, you know, people like I said, people really do view they see people working. Like if you're doing like every time people compliment me or talk to me, even if they don't like my music, they're always saying, keep going, you know, be consistent because somebody's gonna
Mhm.
like even, you know, even if it's somebody from the past or somebody coming up, you just gotta keep doing it, you know, for yourself. Really, it's kind of hard. You know, you build your confidence though, because it's like you're just, you know, you're finding yourself in everything. And the more you sing, the more you'll perfect your craft.
Mhm. Sorry about that. You know, it's nonstop entertainment over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I guess in conclusion, what advice would you want to give? Let's say you have to speak something to your younger siblings. You know, what advice would you give them as we go out of 2020 and into 2021? They're waking up now. So, you know, it's crazy over here. So, what advice would you give to anybody, you know, just about anything, you know, this journey that you've had thus far, you know, if you had to leave one piece of wisdom with anybody as we go into another year, and, you know, as you reflect on your life over this past 12 months, you
Mhm.
know, you're getting ready to have a birthday tomorrow, what advice would you give them?
I would like to say, um, the sky's the limit. Don't get discouraged. You know, a lot of people don't let people distract you or steer you away from your vision. Not even journey. Like if it's what you want to do, you know. I mean, be like accept criticisms. You know, I'm not saying,
Mm,
but like if it, you know, if it's not what you want to do, you know, the whole overall view on stuff, I would say keep doing that because that's what keeps me going too. Because a lot of people I struggle with, producers and engineers or people I work with, they want to like press their ideas onto me and be like, do this, you should do this, you know. And then you got to remember that's only one person's opinion, you know, and you're
mhm,
up changing what you want to do for somebody else, and then that's probably, you know, people might not even like that outside after that. So you just got
mm.
it helps you like if you have because I haven't faced negativity a lot, which is really, you know, that's a blessing, but I know it is haters out there. So if I'm that's why I try to stay, you know, in my zone, do what I really want to do. Cause at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't like it and I do, I'm gonna be like, you know, well, I'm gonna be more likely to, you know, still sing it and not be discouraged because it's like I like that. It's like, you know, dressing or choosing your hairstyle.
Mhm,
You know, it's all about confidence. It's like, yeah, I enjoy my music. I'm doing this, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's all about your reason. You gotta establish your reasons. Um, Make goals, always try to reach your goals. I do, or try to get your people or your followers to hold you accountable to. Try to keep them in the loop. Like I do 25
mhm,
days Mac tunes and stuff like that, or I sing every once a week. My people, they'll be like, "Where's the videos?" or "What you doing?" You know, I tell them what I'm gonna do beforehand, so that way I can't be like, "I'll do it next time," or "I'll do it next week or next year." You know what I'm saying? So
mhm,
25 Days of Matchings, I almost didn't tell them because I knew they were gonna be like, "Girl, where's the songs at every day?" But I was like, "Let me just do it," because I need to be working. So they're gonna be every day. They're gonna be like, "Where's it at?" Or they're gonna be expecting it. So it
Right.
gives you an extra push to be diligent because it's very hard. I'm an independent artist. I don't have a manager. I don't have a special producer. None of that. So I'm doing this all on my own, kind of. So
Mhm.
you basically have to be all those people in one. You got to promote yourself. Like right now, I've been looking up every day. I look up open mics or stuff like that that I can
Mhm.
promote myself with, and they all pop. Like yesterday, I won one. It popped up just in my feed,
Mm.
and I went and won. And I wasn't even gonna go, but stuff like that. You just can't. You just gotta do as much as you can do to promote yourself, and then it'll pay off in the end. What you put in yourself, what you put in, you'll get out. So just keep
Mhm.
faith, keep the view. Like you got to figure out what you're doing or why are you
That
doing
is
it.
so true.
I don't think it'll work. Yeah, I don't think it'll work for the music. That's why they say one hit wonders and stuff. If you're not
Mhm.
one hit wonder, you just got to keep going, be consistent. Like everybody, think about all the music artists. They've been singing and working for years, 10+
Mhm.
years, because it don't happen overnight. Like I could be
Mhm.
10 years in and then I just blow up. You just got to keep
Mhm.
going. 'Cause you never know who's watching. It only takes one person that you don't know to move you somewhere else. So just stay consistent, keep your goals aligned, and pray, fast. I do a lot of praying and fasting.
Mhm.
That helps a lot.
Explain to everybody what a fast is, because some people may not know.
Well, a fast is basically by definition is refraining from eating, but there's different fasts. I'm a Christian, but I believe I can fast. Any type of fasting is a way of worship to the Lord. So
Mhm.
I often sometimes like I said I don't always I'm not like rich. I don't do this for money. So like, you can fast for something like let's say I come to God, I'm gonna fast for health or I want to fast for my finances. So that's
Mhm.
establishing my fast. That's why I'm not eating something. Or
Mm.
but I don't usually fast for stuff. I don't really I'm not saying I disagree with it, but I just usually I'm fasting for praise and worship. So I'm giving thanks because I can't
Mhm.
physically give God a gift and I'm really a giver. Um
Mm.
so I think that's why I started fasting because I'm like he over here blessing me every day, doing all this for me and I can't even give him nothing like that's sad. So I
Mhm.
fast a lot because I feel like that's my way of giving thanks because I'm extremely blessed. So I feel like that's a
Mhm.
great way to give him praise and thank him on top of the singing. But yeah, giving him doing my tithes. But with church being out, I have been slacking on my tithes. But so that's another way. I'm like, yeah, trying to
Now,
get.
and yeah, so explain to people what tithes are, because some people don't know that either.
Tithing is 10% of the increase. So let's say I make $10, then I give
Mhm.
$1 to the church.
Mhm.
There's
Mhm.
also different. I mean, I'm not a pro Christian. Okay, I gotta keep reading.
Mhm.
But I know there's different fasts and there's different tithes you can do.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't want to speak on what I don't know, so I'm only gonna do the 10% one is the one I'm really do the most. That's whatever. Anytime I make some money, take out 10%, put that to the side. And I should be taking out 10% from my savings, but
Work in progress, I see.
right.
Uh-huh,
So it's
definitely.
another form of worship. It helps the church, but it also is, giving it to God.
That's good.
A sacrifice, basically. The sacrifice is the love that you can give him, show him
Mhm.
on earth because we're not in heaven.
All right. So this is great. Now, what tips would you give some singers about, preparing themselves before a show? I thought that was going to be my last question, but I
Yeah.
just thought about this while you were drinking your tea. But, like, what do you do? Like, you had an open mic, you talk about promoting yourself. So, what does a day look like? Let's say you have an event. What are some things that you do as you lead up to that performance that other people may not be aware that they have to do when it comes to promoting themselves?
Okay. Yeah. Promoting. Are you talking about?
Yeah, so like the whole thing. So let's say that I say, Mackenzie, I want you to perform on Friday. So you just finding out today. What would be your course of action when it comes to promoting, getting prepped for that show, and all the way up until their actual performance?
That happened to me this week. Yeah, this past week I performed 3 times, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really, like, the first time I performed was Monday. That day, I got, somebody at that place where I performed was like, "Come sing on Friday," or "Come sing,"
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, Okay, in the same week. I can't promote. I can't. I don't even know what I'm wearing, what I'm singing. But I like I said, you got to stay prepared. So I mean, I had songs prepared. I knew the song I was going to sing, but promoting wise,
Mhm.
as soon as I figured out I was singing, I got to make a flyer. If I don't make a flyer, I'm telling everybody I talk to I'm singing Friday. You have to tell people you're singing. But I mean, a lot.
Mhm.
What's been going on with me this week? I've been figuring out. Well, I've been saying to myself, because the first time I had a big turnout, like with people I knew, like my friends.
Mhm.
I was like, and it kept going down like each show. But it's like I was like, my dad actually helped me because on the last day I wasn't going to go because I was like, none of my friends can go, and it's like, it was yesterday, and I know
Mhm.
interview and everything. I was like, that it's just not right. And they were like, my dad was like, this is supposed to be your career, He was like, basically saying if I wait for the people that are in my life, I already know like I will never be famous because I mean we're not, or we're trying to get past that, and
Mhm.
so I had to, that kind of was hard for me because I'd be scared, like I just need to see somebody I know to like, I'd be like
Mhm.
feel comfortable, but I gotta get out of that shell. But
Mhm.
yeah, I do that. I basically, I gotta drink my tea. I drink a lot of tea on performance days. I practice, I rehearse, like I listen to it. Not just that's a mental thing, really. Some
Mhm.
people forget words or mess up, but I feel like if you're mental, like if you subconsciously doing it, your body will. Like I don't even think I remember singing yesterday. Like
Mm.
like the words because I was like, wait, did I? Because I was so worried about messing up a part, but I wasn't even like thinking about it because it just came out. Like
Mm.
I was listening to it on repeat. I listened to the songs on repeat that I'm gonna perform. I don't sing them all day, all throughout the day, but I let them play. I hum them, let it play while I sleep or in the shower.
Mm.
It gets me to like automatically, remember it. I don't know, it's weird, but that
Mhm.
I do that. Drink tea, drink water. I'm supposed to be doing warm ups and stuff. I have like this YouTube teacher, kind of like a voice helper, but
Mhm.
that to be honest. But I've been the tea I think has been kind of like not an even out, but I drink a lot of tea, so it helps my vocals. You do warm ups to stretch your vocals, prepare them for your singing. So that's kind of the same thing with tea because it's like warming your vocals.
Mhm.
So I feel like yeah, that's good. If I wasn't drinking tea or warming up, I probably wouldn't be able to sing as much this week as I did, and I've been screaming because I've been excited. So yeah, so it's been a lot.
That's good. All right. Well, we thank you for spending some time with us this morning and know that it's early for you, getting up and
It's exciting.
doing this kind of thing with an interview. Okay. Um, because you definitely could be asleep and enjoying yourself, at the age you are. So we thank you for sharing your insights and everything when it comes to music. And we wish you a very happy birthday. Do
Thank
you
you.
have a Cash App or something in case somebody wants to send you anything for your birthday?
Yes, it's Macktunes is $
Mhm.
MackTunes. So it's Macktunes with two S's. And my
Okay.
Instagram is Macktunes with one S.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep in touch. 25 Days of Macktunes is coming up. I'm dropping an original song every day till Christmas, starting today. So that's very exciting.
Oh,
That's why I was scared to tell them because they're gonna be like, "Girl, where is it at? Where is that?" But
yeah.
yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited for that. Um,
Mhm.
it's gonna be great. So yeah, make
Now,
sure.
so you're actually gonna create the song live?
Some of it's gonna be a mix. So some like today, I already have a song that I'm ready to push. So I'm gonna put that.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm gonna sing them like I do Mac tunes. Yeah, I'm gonna record and sing it. Sometimes I'm gonna drop the actual track. Sometimes I'm gonna go live and have them watch me write a song so they know I'm the real deal.
Mm.
I'm gonna
That's
rotate.
good.
I'll make it fun because I'm not just gonna put the same thing out for 25 days. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be fun. They're gonna be like, ooh, fun. Cool.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, I have my friend that I talked about all the time who
Yeah,
wrote
that's
1,000 songs in 1,000 days.
do 1,000. I can do 25.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we want to thank y'all for joining us this morning. This has just been such a treat. Really excited. And I encourage you to follow Mackenzie. That's her birth name. Okay. But she goes by Magnificent Mactunes.
Yeah.
Follow her on Instagram. She's on Facebook as well as you have Twitter also.
No.
Okay. but she's also on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know how often she checks her LinkedIn, but she is on there. Or do you check
Spotify.
it?
There it is. Spotify.
Okay.
I'm on everything.
SoundCloud
Radio.
and
I'm global.
all right. So yeah, just now what do they do? Look up Macknificent or Mac Tunes on those
Mac too.
platforms.
Yeah, look up Macknificent anywhere. It should come up. The journey begins. That's
Mm-hmm.
or the ride. Because that's the one that went platinum. I'm just playing. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one.
that's her debut song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one that was
Right.
not. It didn't go platinum.
Okay. But not yet. How about that?
Right, not yet.
It's platinum in your heart, but other people just don't know yet. So that's why you got to look at that. So this has just been fun. So we wish you much success on your career. Happy early birthday to you.
Thank you.
And keep us informed. We'd love to have you come back and update us in 2021 as
Yes.
how that journey is going. So thank you all for watching, and we will see y'all on the next episode. Bye, everybody.